am Rashmi Arora, author of the present article entitled Attenuation of Ischemia Reperfusion Induced Myocardial Cell Injury in Red Heart by Calpastatin. Actually, the ischemic heart is responsible for the cardiac damage and cardiac failure. Early reperfusion is essential to salvage the ischemic myocardium and to limit the myocardial infarct size. However, reperfusion of ischemic region is not devoid of deleterious effects. Reperfusion of ischemic myocardium produces reperfusion arrhythmias, myocardial stunning, impairment of reflow, and accelerated necrosis. And all this happens because of the activation of death protease calpain, which is present on the cellular membrane. Calpain is neutral cysteine protease activated under the influence of increased intracellular calcium ions due to ischemia reperfusion injury. It is called neutral because it gets activated at pH 7. The article and the study relies on the hypothesis that when the ischemic myocardium is perfused with reperfusion, then it causes the burst increase in intracellular calcium ions, which leads to the calpain activation. With the calpain activation, bit starts cleaved and it causes the membrane defects in mitochondria, which causes the further release of cytochrome C. With the release of cytochrome C, caspase cascades gets activated, which in turn causes the activation of caspase 3 and thereby leads to apoptotic cell death. When it gets continued for the further time period, this apoptotic cell death progressively converts itself into the energetic cell death. That is, when the cytochrome C gets released, it uses up the energy stores from the mitochondria. The ATP gets depleted, and this is how the apoptotic cell death gets converted into the necrotic cell death. The aim and objective of the study was to investigate the effect of calpastatin, which is an endogenous specific peptide calpain inhibitor, on ischemia reperfusion induced apoptotic or necrotic myocardial cell death. The rat heart was mounted on the Legendorf apparatus and was subjected to global ischemia for 30 minutes, followed by reperfusion of 120 minutes in a double jacketed environment to maintain the temperature as well. ECG was monitored by using two silver electrodes, one placed at the left ventricular portion and second on the aorta. Coronary effluent was collected at 0 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute and 120 minutes of reperfusion for the biochemical markers estimation like LDH and CK. Infarct size was measured by TTC staining through weight and volume method. LDH was estimated by 2,4-DNPH method and CK was estimated by modified methods of Hughes. DNA sparing, which is a characteristic feature of necrotic cell death, was estimated by agarose gel electrophoresis and apoptotic index by terminal UTP nick and labeling technique. Although we can measure the apoptotic index by the use of agarose gel electrophoresis, in which we can read out the laddering pattern, but that method is not very much specific as compared to the tunnel staining method. All the data were statistically analyzed by one-way ANOVA and for the multiple comparisons by Tuckey's test and Bonferroni correction test, p-value less than 0.05 was considered significant. In experimental protocol, we have divided our animal study into 4 groups. Each group comprised of 6 animals. Group 1, heart was mounted on the Legendorf, left for 10 minutes of stabilization followed by 160 minutes of reperfusion. In group 2, after stabilization, heart was perfused with Krebs-Hanslet solution for 10 minutes followed by the global ischemia for 30 minutes and then 120 minutes of reperfusion. In group 3, instead of Krebs-Hensel's solution, after the stabilization period, we have introduced calpastatin 20 nanomolar for 10 minutes, then subject the heart to 30 minutes of global ischemia followed by 120 minutes of reperfusion. Similarly, in group 4, we increases the dose of calpastatin from 20 to 30 nanomolar and then followed by 30 minutes of global ischemia and 120 minutes of reperfusion. This is the picture of tunnel positive nuclei sham control in which arrows indicate the cardiomyocytes. After introducing the global ischemia for 30 minutes followed by reperfusion of 120 minutes. This picture shows the tunnel positive nuclei in control group. In apoptotic index, after 180 base pair, there is a breakage in the DNA strand, and at that particular breakage point, the ApoBRDU kit was used to put the fluorescent staining on that particular breakage point, and the dye gets attached to the breakage point and and gives the fluorescence, and these are the fluorescent we have observed or get in our result for the control group. In this picture, we can easily make out that with the use of calpastatin 20 nanomolar, there is a remarkable decrease in the tunnel positive nuclei, and with the increase in dose to 30 nanomolar, further decrease in the tunnel positive nuclei have been observed. Now the infarct size, the effect of calpastatin on infarct size by volume and by weight, we can easily observe that from 45% that get decreased down to 30% as well as 20% with the use of calpastatin in by volume method as well as by weight method. On apoptotic index, calpastatin remarkably decreased the tunnel positive nuclei from 60% to only 20% and 10% with 20 nanomolar as well as 30 nanomolar dose respectively. Now this is the effect of calpastatin on LDH release. Immediately after reperfusion, we have noticed the remarkable decrease in the release of LDH as compared to the decrease at 30 minutes of reperfusion. Here the calpastatin effect on the CK release at 5 minutes of reperfusion and 120 minutes of reperfusion. Again, the fall in CK release have been observed with 20 nanomolar and 30 nanomolar dose of calpastatin. This picture represents the DNA fragmentation by agarose gel electrophoresis. Lanes represents, L1 represents the sham control, L2 control group, L3 calpastatin 20 nanomolar dose and L4 30 nanomolar dose. The DNA was extracted from the sample and then 12 micrograms of the DNA was loaded on the wells in agarose gel electrophoresis to run it, and we have observed the smearing pattern. As you can see in L2, very clear smear pattern has been observed, and with the introduction of calpastatin 20 nanomolar itself, there is a remarkable decrease in the smearing pattern as well. So our salient findings were, when we introduce ischemia and reperfusion to the rat myocardium, there is an increased release of LDH and CK, infarct size, apoptotic index and DNA smearings, which are all the markers of deleterious effects on the myocardium. And with the introduction of calpastatin, which is an endogenous peptide inhibitor of calpain, we have noticed the remarkable decrease in the release of LDH and CK, decrease in the infarct size, decrease in the apoptotic index, as well as decrease in the DNA smearing pattern. So at the end, we can conclude that if we block the activation of calpain by the use of calpastatin, a peptide calpain inhibitor, we can block the apoptosis as well as necrosis or apoptosis induced necrotic cell death. Because if we do not allow the conformational changes of calpain to get activated, then all these processes get stopped, and these conformational changes was blocked by the use of calpastatin, which our studies clearly indicated. So maybe we can say that the excellent results were observed because of the peptide nature of the calpastatin, which easily crosses the membrane and easily blocks the calpain conformational changes. Thank you.